Hello students, my name is Professor Waugh, and I've been teaching college chemistry to students for over 31 years. Today, we'll be going over the main group and transition elements on the periodic table, and perhaps the most fundamental topic in all of chemistry, the elements. More specifically, we're going to go over the organization of each rectangle on the periodic table. So, let's start class. Quick note before we begin, we have a website. There you can find all the notes we write for our videos. We also have quizzes and assessments, so go check us out. Thanks. Okay, students, let's talk about the elements on the periodic table. There are two huge groups on the periodic table, and that's the main group elements and the transition elements or metals. Okay, transition elements are not groups. Everybody messes that up on the test. Don't you do that. You remember that a group or family, these are the columns on the periodic table, not a group of columns. Okay? Now, the main group elements on the periodic table, we're going to use two numbering systems. We have the American numbering system that I'm going to use a lot of when we start naming chemical compounds, and the IUPAC numbering system. Now, the American system is easy to see that the main group elements are all the A as in apple elements. Now, the IUPAC numbering system, the 1 through 18, which I don't like, that is groups 1 and 2, and then you go to the left side of the periodic table, and that will be all of the groups 13 through 18. Now, remember that IUPAC means the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Look it up on the internet. You can see it. They have nice little cases for your cell phones. Now let's talk about the transition elements or metals on the periodic table. Using the American system, the transition elements are the B, as in boy, elements only. Now, using the IUPAC system, the transition elements are groups 3 through 12 only. Now, remember that you must include the lanthanide series and the actinide series at the bottom of the periodic table. They're all a part of the B group elements. All right? Now, let's read each rectangle on the periodic table. So the first thing I want you to do is look at the symbol of the element. It's right in the center. Sometimes they put it at the top. This will be a capital letter and sometimes a lowercase letter as well. So there's only two letters. Now the symbol of the element is normally in the middle. Then, of course, at the top is the number of protons. Change the protons, you change the element, Okay, I digress. So the atomic number is what we call the number of protons, and that is represented in the literature as the capital Z. Now the number at the bottom changes according to who publishes the periodic table. So I put a 12.01 for carbon, and the bottom line is that's called the atomic mass or the atomic weight or the atomic mass units. You'll see it different ways in the literature. Now, what in the heck does this mean? This is a weighted average for all the elements for this type of atoms. Because guess what? Every atom for the same element can weigh different amounts of grams. What? Yes, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't use this bottom number for isotopes. Okay, we're going to do that in another video. I'm going to show you how to do an isotopic symbol. So don't use that bottom number for isotopes. Thank you for attending class. To recap, for the American system, the main group elements are the A elements and the transition elements are the B elements. For the IUPAC numbering system, the main group elements are numbered 1 and 2, and then 13 through 18. The transition elements are numbered 3 through 12. Make sure to include the lanthanide and actinide series. Now, every rectangle on the periodic table has 3 separate parts. You have the symbol, the atomic number, and the atomic mass, or atomic mass units, the way I like to say it. The symbol identifies the element with one uppercase letter and sometimes one lowercase letter. Please write it exactly as it appears on the periodic table. The atomic number is how many protons the element has, and the atomic mass is the weighted average for all of the atoms for that element. Be careful not to use that bottom number, the atomic mass or atomic mass units, in your isotopic symbols, which we will discuss in our next video. Okay? Once again, thanks for watching. We are a friend in Chem, and our mission is to help students learn introductory chemistry. Our email and website is in the description. So if there's any way we can help you, please contact us. We want you to be successful in chemistry, enjoy chemistry, and have fun with chemistry. Until next time, take care.